Third and last attempt for today. I will not try again. I have tried twice because of the stupid camera and computer. Those recordings were not up to the mark. I mean, they lacked audio. Anyways, I will start reading again. I have been trying to find the positive and the negative in all life situations lately. Like um, I have for the technical glitch I had this morning. I had to read this book twice, and this times I'm reading is three times. That will, I mean, I don't know. Repetition sometimes gives a deeper understanding of the concept, but um, a lot of times repetition also creates problems too. It depends on the degree of the attention I am giving on the specific task. Like it's all is the matter of attention and the degree of attention I am putting in that specific task. And I've been working with that in last 2.5 years, um, improving my ability to focus and um, derive results. Like what is the reason I struggle to focus on anything, and um, secondly, um, how can I improve my ability to focus on any given task? And um, I struggle with it almost every day, but I haven't found any miracle. I haven't found any like I didn't dive into any significant improvement, but I hope I'm getting better. I don't know yet, but I'm digging deep within to know why. Why is a very important part to resolve the problem. And a lot of part of the why is induced by subconscious. Anyways, I will start my dating. I have found my timer here, and the marvels of priming, as is common in science. The first big breakthrough in our understanding of the mechanism of association was an improvement in a method of measurement. Until a few decades ago, the only way to study association was to ask many people questions such as, what is the first word that comes to your mind when you hear the word day? The researcher tallied the frequency of responses such as night, sunny, or long. In the 1980s, psychologists discovered that exposure to a word causes immediate and measurable changes in the ease with which many related words can be evoked. If you have recently seen or heard the word eat, you are temporarily more likely to complete the word fragment soap as soup than as soap. The opposite would happen, of course, if we had just seen wash. We call this a priming effect and say that the idea of eat primes the idea of soup, and that wash primes soap. Priming effects take many forms. If the idea of eat is currently on your mind, whether or not you are conscious of it, you will be quicker than usual to recognize the word soup when it is spoken in a whisper or presented in a blurry font. And of course, you are primed not only for the idea of soup, but also for a multitude of food related ideas, including fork, hungry, fat, diet, and cookie. If for your most recent meal you sat at a Obly restaurant table, you will be primed for Obly as well. Furthermore, The primed ideas have some ability to prime other ideas, although more weakly. Like ripples on a pond, activation spreads through a small part of the vast network of associated ideas. The mapping of these ripples is now one of the most exciting pursuits in psychological research. Another major advance in our understanding of memory uh, was the discovery that priming is not restricted to concepts and words. You cannot know this from conscious experience, of course, but you must accept the alien idea that your actions and your emotions can be primed by events of which you are not even aware. In an experiment that became an instant classic, the psychologist John Park and his collaborators asked students at Newark University, most aged 18 to 22, to assemble four-word sentences from a set of five words. For example, a set of words jumbled finds he it yellow instantly. For one group of students, half the scrambled sentences contain words associated with the elderly, such as Florida, forgetful, bald, gray, or wrinkle. When they had completed the tasks, the young participants were sent out to do another experiment in an office down the hall. The short walk was what was the experiment about? The researchers unobtrusively measured the time it took people to get from one end of the corridor to the other. As Park had predicted, the young people who had fashioned a sentence from words with an elderly theme walked down the hallway significantly more slowly than others. I don't know. I need to see where is my timer. Okay, I have 57, 55 seconds more. This is called Freud effect involves two stages of priming. First, the set of words primes thoughts of old age to the word old is never mentioned. Second, these thoughts prime a behavior walking slowly, which is associated with old age. All this happens without any awareness. When they were questioned afterward, none of the students reported noticing that the words had a common theme, and they all insisted that nothing they did after their first experiment could have been influenced by the words they had encountered. The idea of old age had not come to their conscious awareness, but their actions had changed nevertheless. This remarkable priming phenomenon, the influencing of an action by the idea, is known as the ideometer effect, although usually we're not aware of it. Okay, okay, okay. My timer has ended, and we read up to ideometer effect today. And this is a very interesting topic we are reading, like how consciously or subconsciously we are primed to do things. This is the book. I am a lot curious about it, like what do we do and why we do it, how our mind invokes ideas and associates it without our awareness. Like the idea of priming is a very interesting idea here. Like um, as a conscious matter, like when we're feeding ourselves content of like mainstream news or like spy movies, we'll find ourselves going to the worst case catastrophic events very quickly, because these are mostly shown in mainstream news, and in fact that is the mainstream news. And secondly, um, how unconsciously we're primed. Like recently I was craving for attention from one specific human being, and I was exerting that anger into something else, which I realized lately. And like there are a lot of um, ways priming actually works in our life, which we don't know almost every day. Hopefully, I will read more about this topic tomorrow, and I will come back. I will try my best to come back at 6 a.m. in the morning tomorrow.